Hi, welcome to Francois Math class. We are going to consider partial fraction type 3, which talks of denominators with a repeated factor. Denominators with a repeated factor. Denominators are considered to be a repeated factor when they can be expressed in the form ax plus b all squared. When one of them can be expressed in this form. And when you have this, you can have the partial fraction to be a over a plus ax plus b plus b over ax plus b all squared. So this one, you are going to have two partial fractions for that. When they are three, it means you are going to have three partial fractions. That's when this one is cubed, you are going to have a x plus b over a x plus b all squared. Then the next one will be c over ax plus b all cube. So it depends on the power. That will help you know the number of partial fractions that you go. So that is for repeated denominators or repeated factors. Now let's consider a question on that. Express 5x plus 4 over x minus 1 x plus 2 all squared in partial fraction. We are supposed to express this one in partial fraction. So with this, we have 5x plus 4 over x minus 1 x plus 2 all squared. So as I said, we have a, because this one is linear, a x minus 1 plus, this one is a repeated factor, so we have b over x plus 2. Then the other one will be c over x plus 2 all squared. Because this one is happening because the second term is a repeated factor. And the square, the power is 2. So it means you are going to have two partial fractions for that. Now with this, I can find my LCM, which is 5x plus 4 over x minus 1 x plus 2 all squared, which is equivalent to, the LCM for this one becomes x minus 1 x plus 2 all squared. So this one goes here, this one will cancel, as we have a into bracket x plus 2 all squared plus b. This one of them will cancel because it's the same thing, so it's left with one of them. So we have x minus 1 x plus 2 plus c into bracket. This will cancel that, so c into bracket x minus 1. So we have this. But as we've always been doing, realize that the denominators are the same, so they will go. So we are going to have 5x minus 4 plus 4, which is equivalent to a into bracket x squared is x plus 2 all squared plus b into bracket x minus 1 x plus 2 plus c into bracket x minus 1. So having gotten that, we can use the cover-up method to also solve this. So with this, when x is equal to, we can eliminate b and c when x is equal to 1. When x is equal to 1, we are going to get 5 plus 4, we have 9, which is equivalent to 1 plus 2 will give us 3. 3 squared is 9, so 9a. Well, when we put 1 here, this is 0, all of this will be 0. 1 here, this is 0. So this one, a, will give us 1. A is 1. Now we can find also one of the term when x equal to negative 2. So when x equal to negative 2, this one 5 times negative 2 you get negative 10 plus 4 negative 6, which is equivalent to this. When you put negative 2 here, 0 0 squared, everything will be 0. The whole of this will also be 0. So negative 2 minus 1, you have negative 3. C. So we divide 2 by negative 3, C will give us 2. So when C is 2 and A is 1, we can use when x equal to 0, because we know two of them, the rest you can substitute to get it. So when x equal to 0, this will be 0, so we left with 4. This will be 0, and you have 2 squared, that's 4, 4a, plus this is 0, so 0 we have negative 1, 0 we have 2, so negative minus 2b, this is 0, so minus c. Having gotten that, the rest you can substitute a and c into that. So 4 is equivalent to, we have 4 times 1 minus 2b minus 2. So we have 4 minus 2. You are going to get 2. So you send this one here. So 4 minus, because this will be positive 2, so minus 2, which is equivalent to minus 2b. So we have 2 is equivalent to negative 2. So b. So therefore b will give us negative 1. So having b to be negative 1, we know a and c. So we finish it by substituting into that. So 5x plus 4 all over x minus 1, x plus 2 all squared is equivalent to 1 over x minus 1 plus b. What is our b? B is negative 1. So minus 1 over x plus 2, and I see plus 2 over x plus 2 all squared. And this gives us the answer to this question. Now you can continue to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Francois Maths Class, to get a lot of these type of questions. And you can also contact me on 0246 426343. I want us to try another question on this same one. This time, the question is going to take only repeated factor and see how we can solve it first. So the question is, resolve x squared plus 1 over x plus 2 cube in partial fraction. So now x squared plus 1 over x plus 2 all cube. This one is repeated, so we have a over x plus 2 plus b over x plus 2 all squared plus c over x plus 2 all cube, because the power is 3. So let's continue. We have x squared plus 1 over x plus 2 cube. And this one, we can find the LCM. The LCM is giving us x plus 2 all cube. So it means that one of them will go having a into bracket x plus 2 squared plus, this is squared, so it's left with 1, plus b into bracket x plus 2. But this one, the whole of that will cancel out, plus c. So the denominators are the same, so we ignore them. Then you have x squared plus 1 is equal to a into bracket x plus 2 all squared plus b to bracket x plus 2 plus c. So looking at this, it will be proper for us to use the expansion and comparing coefficients. So let's expand this equation. So we have x squared plus 1 is equivalent to, when you open this, you are going to have x squared plus 4x plus 4. That's because this one is multiplying itself. So let's say we have A having x squared plus 4x plus 4 plus this one also give you bx plus 2b plus c. So when you multiply this one, you have x squared plus 1 equivalent to ax squared plus 4ax plus 4a plus bx plus 2b plus c. So having gotten that, now we can group the like terms because some of them, this one have x, this one have x, so we can bring them together. So we have x squared plus 1 is equivalent to the square, we have only a, so a x squared plus 4a plus b into bracket x, because those ones have the coefficient of x, plus those without coefficient to 4a plus 2b plus c. So this is the grouping. And let's compare the right hand side to the left hand side. So now having this, you can see that a, we have x squared and the coefficient is 1. So we can say that a is equal to 1. You can say that a is equal to 1. Now let's look at the if you look at this one, coefficient of x, there's no coefficient, so it means that you can say that 4a plus b is equal to 0. 4a plus b equal to 0, and that one gives us equation 1. With this, we can even find b from this. So finding b by substituting a into that. So we have 4 into bracket 1 plus b is equal to 0. So b will give us negative 4. B will give us negative 4 because the 4 times we have 4 and it goes here to be negative 4. Now it's left with having the second equation, that's 4a plus 2b plus c is equal to, because those without cause is equal to 1, and that's our equation 2. We already have our a and we have our b to be negative 4, so we can substitute it into this. So we have 4 times 1 plus 2 times negative 4 plus c is equal to 1. So we have 4 plus minus 8 plus c is equal to negative 1. So with this is equal to 1. Sorry. With this, we have negative 4. So c will give us 1 plus 4. C will give us 5. So now we have our a, b, and c. So we write it into our main equation. So therefore, x squared plus 1 over x plus 2 all cubed is equivalent to our a is 1 out of x plus 2 plus our b is negative 4, so minus 4 over x plus 2 all squared plus c is 5 over x plus 2 all cubed. And this gives us a solution to this question. This gives us a solution to this question. So let me give you one question to try on that. And the question is, you are supposed to express 1 over x squared into bracket 2x minus 1 in partial fraction. So you can solve it and send it to me on my contact WhatsApp contact 0246 426343. You can also continue to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Francois Math Class. Have a nice day and bye bye.